Welcome to Read in Minutes. Here's a short summary of the book, Lean In: Women, Work, and the Will to Lead by Sheryl Sandberg. If you enjoy it, then please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get started. Sheryl Sandberg's Lean In: Women, Work, and the Will to Lead addresses the obstacles women face in achieving leadership roles and balancing their personal and professional lives. As a prominent figure in Silicon Valley and the chief operating officer of Facebook, Sandberg uses her personal experiences, insights, and research to highlight how women can overcome societal and self-imposed barriers to reach their full potential. The book serves as both a motivational guide for women and a broader call to action for creating a more inclusive society. Sandberg begins by describing the glaring gap in leadership roles between men and women across industries. While women have made strides in education and workforce participation, their presence in top leadership positions remains limited. Sandberg points out that women hold only a small fraction of executive roles, board memberships, and political offices. This disparity is not just the result of systemic bias and discrimination, but also the internalized beliefs and fears that hold women back. She argues that addressing this gap requires action from both individuals and institutions. One of Sandberg's core messages is that women often underestimate their abilities and hold back from opportunities. Using the metaphor of sitting at the table, she urges women to actively participate in discussions, share their opinions confidently, and claim their rightful place in decision-making spaces. She shares anecdotes about women who hesitate to take on challenges or leadership roles, often assuming they are not qualified enough. Sandberg also admits that she herself has experienced self-doubt and imposter syndrome. She encourages women to believe in their abilities and seize opportunities, as men are often more willing to take risks and pursue ambitious goals. Sandberg explores the double bind that women face between being successful and being liked. She explains that women who demonstrate competence, ambition, or assertiveness are often perceived as less likable, while these same traits are admired in men. This bias, deeply rooted in societal expectations, discourages women from striving for leadership. Sandberg illustrates this with examples from research and personal stories, showing how women are often criticized for behavior that would be praised in men. She advises women to persist despite this bias and not let the fear of unpopularity deter them from achieving their goals. One of the most relatable sections of the book is Sandberg's discussion of the myth that women can have it all. This phrase, she argues, sets an unrealistic standard for women to excel in both their careers and personal lives simultaneously. Sandberg shares her own struggles with balancing work and family, acknowledging that perfection in both areas is unattainable. She encourages women to define success on their own terms, set realistic goals, and focus on what matters most to them. By letting go of the pressure to do it all, women can make choices that bring fulfillment rather than stress. Sandberg highlights the unequal division of domestic labor as a significant barrier to women's professional success. In many households, women take on the majority of childcare and housework, even when they work full-time. Sandberg advocates for more equitable partnerships, where men share responsibilities at home. She argues that when men are more involved in domestic life, it not only frees up women to focus on their careers, but also fosters stronger family relationships. Sandberg shares practical tips for negotiating these dynamics with a partner and emphasizes the importance of setting an example for future generations. Another key concept Sandberg introduces is the idea of leaving before you leave. This refers to the tendency of women to limit their career aspirations in anticipation of future family responsibilities, often years before they actually start a family. For instance, a woman might avoid taking on a demanding project or applying for a promotion because she assumes she will need more flexibility later. Sandberg urges women to remain fully engaged in their careers until the moment they actually need to step back, if at all. By leaning in instead of pulling back prematurely, women can maximize their opportunities and achievements. Mentorship is a recurring theme in Lean In, as Sandberg emphasizes the value of guidance and support in professional growth. She encourages women to seek mentors who can provide advice, encouragement, and opportunities. At the same time, she calls on women in leadership positions to mentor and sponsor younger women, creating a ripple effect of support and empowerment. Sandberg also notes that mentorship should be a two-way street, with both mentors and ments benefiting from the relationship. Sandberg believes that open dialogue is crucial for addressing the challenges women face. She encourages women to share their experiences and speak honestly about issues such as discrimination, bias, and work-life balance. By breaking the silence around these topics, women can inspire others, foster understanding, and advocate for change. Sandberg shares her own vulnerabilities and setbacks, demonstrating that even successful leaders face challenges. Sandberg underscores the role of organizations in promoting gender equality. She calls for workplace policies that support women, such as paid parental leave, affordable childcare, flexible work arrangements, and transparent promotion processes. She also emphasizes the need for companies to address unconscious bias in hiring, evaluations, and leadership decisions. Sandberg argues that these changes not only benefit women, but also improve workplace culture and performance overall. Sandberg stresses that men have a critical role to play in achieving gender equality. She encourages men to be allies by supporting women's ambitions, advocating for inclusive policies, and challenging gender stereotypes. Men, she argues, can be powerful agents of change by sharing domestic responsibilities, mentoring women, and fostering a culture of equality at work and home. In the concluding chapter, Sandberg calls for collective action. She believes that women can achieve more when they support and uplift one another rather than competing. By leaning in together, women can create networks of mutual encouragement and advocacy. Sandberg also acknowledges that the road to equality is long and challenging, but insists that progress is possible through sustained effort from individuals, families, organizations, and society as a whole. In Lean In, Sheryl Sandberg combines personal anecdotes, data, and practical advice to create a compelling guide for women aspiring to leadership. The book is both a motivational tool and a roadmap for societal change, encouraging everyone, women, men, employers, and policymakers, to work together toward a more equitable future.